and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. I see that. We'll do Supervisor Hallman as unexcused for this evening's meeting. And we'll move on to she's in now, right? Move on to citizen comments. Citizen comments. Citizen comments. State your name and address for the record. Thank you.
I am, as many of you know, the town board liaison to the county board. I just want to say thank you very much for the last 2 years. Some of you are going to be moving on to other ventures, more events in your life. There's going to be some new personnel on the county board, but I just want to thank every one of you for putting in the last 2 years. I know it's not the easiest. It's sometimes very difficult to represent the public, and again, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else wishing to speak? Ms. Dabbs, you're welcome to speak. Go ahead.
Ashley Dabbs, I'm here speaking on behalf of Wilmot High School today. Our academic decathlon team is once again going to nationals. This year it's in Alaska, and I just wanted to let everyone know that next Monday we're having a fundraiser at Louisa's. It's a spaghetti dinner. I also have chocolates with me. They're $2, and it's variety. So there's caramel, there's milk chocolate, there's a lot.
Great.
Thank you.
Can you do me a favor and save me one of those copies there, and I'll have it distributed, emailed to all the supervisors, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak? Anyone else? Anyone else? Citizen comments is closed. Move on to announcements of the chair, and I do have a few tonight. I'll just remind everyone that we have the Brookside Care Center groundbreaking next week, Tuesday, April 12th at 3 p.m. The UAW has been kind enough to us to accept overflow parking for the vehicles that will be in attendance that day. Emails will follow as the designation of the areas to be used. At our next county board meeting, which is April 19th, our current board will be replaced by the new elected board that evening as well. The county executive will give his state of the county on that day also. I will be giving some parting thoughts about my 2-year tenure as chairman of this board. We will also elect our new board chair and vice chair that evening. And that is all I have. We'll move on to supervisor reports. Supervisor Alvarin, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a few quick facts from our Monday night meeting this week. Golf courses have been open since the 11th of March, partially, then fully open on the 25th. Unfortunately, we all know what the weather's been like, so it hasn't been gangbuster business, but they have been doing great business at the Chicago and Milwaukee golf shows, and have had enough people out there to keep the golf courses open. The Emerald Ash Borer work is complete as far as the cutting at all of our county parks. There's still some cleanup at Fox River Park, but the parks are all fully open. And it was a huge success. I think if the people that did it find that they could make a profit at the way they did it, they're going to be very busy with other municipalities, because we were a project for them. We were something that they were taking a try to see if it would work, and it worked for them, and it worked. If you remember correctly, the closest bids we had to this were all $200,000 higher than what we paid to have all this work done. So it was a huge success for Kenosha County. Pain in the neck for our park guys, because they're still picking up sticks, and there's a lot of that. Hope the grass doesn't start too quickly. So the roofing projects begin with the highway department, and that is scheduled to start the 30th of this month. You already mentioned the groundbreaking for Brookside. Actual work is going to begin out there, moving of an existing gas line, and a couple other things that have to go before they can start, actually doing foundation type digging. The Kemper shoreline also, I know I've reported on that, the bad erosion that we experienced from 2 storms took out the walking trail there. The Highway Department assisted the Parks Department getting all that debris cleaned up, the riprap that was washed away, getting what we could find back in, and temporary path repair. So everything is cleaned up there. We are doing an engineering study to try to come up with probably what everyone tries when they're on that position in the Lake Michigan shoreline is every 10 years or every 5 years you're going to get a storm like that. So we are going to try to come up with a plan with properly vetted contractors that can come up with possibly a solution that saves that shoreline. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for that report, Supervisor Alverman. Before we move on, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we have 2 youth in governance in our gallery here today. To my right, your left, Ashley Dabbs, who serves on Joint Services, and Jasmine Zadayan, who serves on Human Services. Welcome this evening. Supervisor Hallman, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for the good of the body, Human Services Committee met this past Monday night. We only had one agenda item. That was a presentation from our Environmental Health Services Officer, Mr. Mark Melitek, who informed us that with the economy picking up in our county, something unusual has happened over in the health department as far as food inspections go. He says there are about 20 applications in process of brand new restaurants and gas stations coming to our community, which apparently it has been quite some time since we've had that volume of commercial activity coming in. And so he was basically filling us in on who some of those folks are, what some of the processes are that he has to go through, and the folks who work with him in terms of certifying that the restaurants and hotels and tattoo parlors are clean and sanitary and that our residents don't get sick. It was very informative. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for that report, sir. Seeing no other lights, we'll move on. County Clerk.
County Executive Appointments, 31, David DeVito to serve on the Kenosha County Zoning Board of Adjustments.
Refer to Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee.
32, Robert W. Mary to serve on the Kenosha County Land Information Council.
Refer to Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee.
Claims, 34, Estate of Joyce Richter, wrongful death.
Refer to Corporation Council.
Approval of the March 15th, 2016 minutes by Supervisor Skalitsky.
Supervisor Skalitsky.
So moved.
It's been moved by Supervisor Skalitsky, seconded by Supervisor Decker. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
It's been moved by Supervisor Dodge to adjourn, been seconded by Supervisor Gable. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed. Have a great, safe evening, folks.